Saturday, Saturday, Saturday is Tiswas Day. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday is Tiswas, never a day to miss, 'cause Saturday is Tiswas Day.
Hi there, wow, Zap, Pow, have we got a show for you this morning, have we? Yeah! We've got a special tribute to Status Quo. We've got Jeremy Beadle, we've got John Lloyd, we've got Creature Feature, we've got Pythons, we've got so many goodies. I'm so excited, I can hardly keep my feet on the ground.
And I'm dropping in to say that the snow, the wind, the ice, the hail, the sleet, the storms have caused so much chaos throughout this whole busy city of Birmingham that we don't know who's arriving. In fact, the whole programme is completely up in the air.
But, on a more down-to-earth note, we'll be bringing you many educational items and we'll be asking the burning question, to get off school, do you need a skiving licence? But now it's all down to Den, and as I was saying earlier, we'll be having Creature Feature and all sorts of goodies for you. What are you doing down here?
You said it was down to Den.
No, that was just a figure of speech, Den. I didn't mean for you had to come down. You're
these
messing up the whole
blokes over
item.
here, they're working off words like up and down. Every
Yes, but
time we say up, we go up. Every time you say
Den,
down, they go down.
The frost has got in your ears. You're just not concentrating, Den. That's not what I meant. Look, we can't go on like this. If we don't stop, the show will just never take off.
No. What's
It
going
will
on?
never take off. I'll never take off if the show goes on like this. Oh, I am taking off. The show is taking off.
Oh, I say. Yeah, hello. Sorry I'm late. I'm just with all this snow. I thought it was a really good idea to go ski jumping. So here's me skis and here's me jump. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Carry on with the show now. I'll let you get on with it. Yeah.
I think that's more than enough of that.
Down.
Let us down. Oh, what a strange sensation. Why is the cage empty, do you suppose, Heggers?
What?
Have you noticed?
I don't know.
To announce the late arrival of the 10:30 party of Nellies for the cage. This is due to adverse
I hear
weather
a whistle.
conditions, industrial action, and the fact that we couldn't care less.
Chop, 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 chop.
Right, in the cage.
Make your way along
In
there.
the cage. Come on,
Second
you're
class
late.
at the front,
You're
first
late.
class at the back.
These people are from British Rail and they're late.
Ranger.
Oh, it's a miracle they got
Somebody
over
got
time.
in it.
Right, take that. Go on, take an aerial bucket.
An aerial bucket! Here it goes! And stop! Here it goes! Give me another bucket! I want another bucket! Give me a bucket!
Here you are, Dan. Dan, here's another bucket.
And take me again!
Really blow here at the end of the rainbow.
welcome to what is rather a strange morning here this morning.
Telling me it's strange, isn't it? The Daily Mirror this morning said Tiswas. And the guests on Tiswas this week are John Lloyd, the tennis star, Rick Parfitt of Status Quo, Jeremy Beadle, and a cafe full of British Rail employees. That's the strangest looking cafe I've ever seen.
I think they meant to say the cage. Actually, Rick Parfitt is hacking his way through the snow to get here even as we speak. And thank you for everyone that has managed to make it. I have actually got the latest up-to-date news of the weather, though. I have good news and bad weather about the weather. First, the good news, the thaw is on its way, and the bad news is that I'm lying. Right, I'd like to say, I've got a lovely letter here, actually, I must read out. It's from David Martin, of 12 years old, and he lives in Stonehouse in Gloucestershire. He says, Dear Sally, on your programme last week, at about 11:30, you turned to the camera and said, Stop that, Paul. My brother, whose name is Paul, was picking his nose. He immediately stopped at your command. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Paul. But don't forget, Paul, I'm watching you. Have you got a letter there, Den?
Dear Tiswas, listen very carefully. Very carefully. You are feeling sleepy. Very sleepy. Your eyelids are getting very, very heavy. Very heavy. Now, do as I say. Pick up a load of Tiswas goodies and send them to D. Hopkins of Hebburn, Tyne and Weir. You fool!
I'm going to send them something. I've been mesmerised. Den, there's something wrong today. Do you know, last week we had a party because it was our 8th birthday. The week before was Christmas. The week before that was celebrating the coming of Christmas. We've had 3 fantastic parties the last few weeks, and it's all a bit flat without a party. Do you think we
it's
can
getting
have a
a bit
party?
miserable. We ought to have a party!
Yeah.
Let's have a party!
I can't find a cake anywhere, Sal. I had it, and I just lost it. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, well, shit, that's no good.
Oh, hold on. I think I've found it. I think it's up here.
Great. Well, we're going to have a birthday party.
Do you want it?
Yeah, we'll have the cake. Anyone here got a birthday?
Who's got a birthday? You've got a birthday!
What's your name?
Matthew.
How old are you?
12.
Today?
No, tomorrow.
Well, that'll do. That's
That'll
close enough.
do.
This is your. Actually, I'll tell you what. We need an excuse actually for a few sort of birthday things, don't we? We've got a mystery guest here who's actually master and actually brilliant at all kinds of bits of useless information. Can we bring the mystery guest in? I'm sure he'll tell us a few
Bring
birthdays
the mystery
that we can
guest
actually
in.
celebrate. This is a clue to his identity. He has "Trust Me" written on his back. Let's turn
I
him
wouldn't
round.
trust anyone with a
Who could he
bucket
be?
on his head.
Hello, it's Jeremy Beadle. Hello, Beadle.
Hello, sensation seekers.
Hello. Have you got some ideas for us how we can celebrate today?
Yes, in fact, did you know it's Richard Nixon's birthday today? And Richard Nixon, he studied so hard at school and spent so long sitting down that he was nicknamed Iron Bum.
You can't say that.
I can say that. And it's also Gracie Field's birthday today. She was a very, very, very famous English singer. And that was her theme song. Sally.
That's enough of that. Thank you, Beadle. Right, we'll
excuse
see
me.
you a bit later. I've just had an update on the weather, actually. We've just heard that Heathrow is closed, so all bad weather has been diverted to Gatwick.
Where are they now? The regular Tiswas feature about the forgotten people of yesteryear. And the subject of this week's Where Are They Now, once again, is Miss G. Wollstonecraft.
the oncoming
Miss G.
saga.
Wollstonecraft, where are you now?
Now, the trouble is, Dan, Miss G. Wollstonecraft was coming in today to play Pie the Prop. Unfortunately, she's snowed in Essex. But never mind, we will invite her another time.
Well, what are we going to do then?
What? Sorry, did you speak?
That's something. Looks like a right little swing.
That was Mrs. Roberts. She's actually going to play Pie the Prop a little bit later. Don't forget we're having a party here. It doesn't look much like a party, dear. We're not a party. It's not.
Enjoy yourselves!
Right.
Enjoy it! Get in, start enjoying it! Right.
Karen, stop doing that. Karen, I can see you. Now. Look what she's doing, Den. Look at Karen. I just stop that. Actually, I've got a letter here from Julian Lisa Swindles who said, please, would it be possible for me and my twin sister to appear on your show? Right, what we want to do, actually, is have a whole show full of twins and triplets and quins and quads. So if you're a twin or a triplet or anything like that, please write in and tell us because we want to have a whole show like that. Thanks very much. What do you want to do, Dan?
I've got sent this letter. It says, Dear Sir, I must regrettably place before you a price increase for our range of products. I myself, being in the unenviable position of having the increase forwarded to me...
Just a minute, Den. I think that is the part of the letter you're supposed to write. Somebody, you see, has written it on the corner. It's not actually a demand, it's a... There's the message written on the corner of that form.
Well, this is, I think this letter sort of preempts the feature for later in the show. Please, Sally, may you say to my sisters and mum and dad, tell them to shut up. from Joanna. Right, Joanna's mum and dad and sisters. Shut up!
Yes, that really was a Shades and Sorted spot, wasn't it?
Yeah, Shades will sort it all later on.
I'd actually like to say a very special get well for an old friend of ours, Bob Blackman. Do you remember Bob Blackman who used to sing Mule Train while he bashed himself over the head with a tram? Unfortunately, he's ill in hospital.
There's someone else ill in hospital there
That was
now.
Mrs. Roberts. She went crashing into the water. Let's hope she'll be a bit better later. Well done, Mrs. Roberts. Don't forget later on, John Lloyd will be here. We've got all sorts of goodies lined up for you, and I'd just like to thank Helen Murray, who's written me this lovely letter saying, I watch your programme every time it's on. I think it's great. Thank you very much. I also watched it when you had Metal Mickey, and he called Sally James Hot Lips. So that gave me the idea of sending you this Hot Lips keyring. Thank you very much indeed. Right, we'll move swiftly on. As you know, we're having a party here today. We're having a party!
Have a party!
If it's your birthday today at home, we're celebrating here for you. But some people enjoy spending a merry unbirthday, as Alice finds out in this scene from Alice in Wonderland. Fantastic! Terrific! This is the stuff!
And now, the Phantom Flanflinger would like to invite you to join him in that ever-popular dance craze, the Dying Fly.
Right. Hello, and welcome to Shades All Sorted.
Shades All
We're
Sorted.
Shades here. We'll sort out your little problems.
Any little problems you got, I'll sort them out for you. The first one, I got a letter here from Kim Gartner, and he says something like, my brother Brett, he'll be watching Tiswas, so I'd really appreciate it if you could get him to put his nose right up to the TV screen and give him a custard pie, all right? So put your nose right up to the screen, really close, and give him the old custard pie, would you? Right, here it comes.
One each,
now.
son.
1, 2, oh, wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful.
Nice one, Shades.
Yeah, that'll teach you to sit too close to the telly. And I've got... Hold on. I've got another letter here from Sean and Candler. They say every time Tiswas is on, their cat sits up to the telly screen and licks it and they can't see what's going on. So we've got a message for their cat, haven't we, Den?
Yeah, I think we have.
The message for their cat is puss off. Yeah, right. And I've got thousands of letters here, thousands. I can't read them all out, but they've got lots of problems they want me to sort out, like Adrian Barber, one from Jeremy Ham, Caroline Tonkin, Kirsty Mitchell, Peter Bugney, and all the others. They want a real big... Shut up! Right, and finally, Anthony Kelly, age 6, and Tara Oakley, age 8, asked Shades to sort you out a Roadrunner. Well, here it is.
Shades, you'll sort it.
And now, may I introduce Miss Sally James, paying tribute to some pop persons who've been making a frightful din for 2 decades.
Never thought I'd have a worry or need to be alone. Playing near or far too many times I should have known. It can lose you all your sleep at night. 12-bar blues is now alright. Now it's up to you. Try and find a reason to roll in every song. Rock and roll in everyone. It's rock and roll and rock and rock and roll.
Rock and roll, the latest hit from Status Quo, who apart from 17 consecutive chart singles, can also boast an unbroken run of 12 consecutive top 5 albums. This year, Quo celebrate its 20 years since their first gig. It all began in 1962 when Alan Lancaster and Francis, or Mike as he preferred to be known in those days, Rossi, decided to form a group. With the help of a couple of other musicians, they started to do a few gigs, even though they were still at school. They used to rehearse in the Air Cadets headquarters in Dulwich, the same place used by an aspiring drummer, one John Coghlan, who they quickly snapped up. Under the name The Spectres, they built up a local following, but it wasn't until the 18th of July 1966 that a record deal was made. Their first single was a version of this song.
I who have nothing.
It wasn't a hit for them, and neither were their next 3 singles. In March 1967, the Spectres changed their name to Traffic. This was an unfortunate choice because Stevie Winwood had already chosen the name for his group, so by November 1967 they were pressurised into another name change. They chose Status Quo. Their 5th single was a hit. It climbed to number 7 in the charts. It was this one. On the 18th of January 1968, Rick Parfitt joined Status Quo. His first single with them did absolutely nothing, but the next one did. How many of you remember Ice in the Sun?
I like ice in the sun, I melt away. Whenever she comes, I melt away. I like ice in the sun, I melt away.
The Sun, a top 10 hit in 1968. But the following year was a bad one for Quo. There were no hits, and by the end of 1969, they seemed to be on a downward slide. At a time when many other groups would have given up, somehow Quo hung on. A change of image brought a change of fortune. They threw away their stage clothes and became the denim-clad foursome we know and love today. They started to build up a strong following and created renewed interest with singles like Down the Dustpipe and In My Chair, which were minor hits. But 18 months later came the single that proved to be the turning point for Quo. Great to hear that again. Paper Plane. Quo were now a force to be reckoned with. Working without a producer for the first time, they made the now legendary Pile Driver album, which shot straight into the charts at number 5. By 1973, they were a well-established band in Europe, and by 1974 in Australia and Japan as well. Since then, there's been classic singles like Down Down, Caroline, Rockin' All Over the World, Roll Over, Lay Down, and this one.
Why don't you do it again?
Again and again. Quo have never looked back. They sell out wherever they go. They've sold millions of records and still they keep on rocking. After 20 years together, it came as a bit of a shock last week to learn that one of them was leaving. Does that mean we'll no longer hear classic sounds like this? I'll be talking to Rick Parfitt with a special competition in just a moment.
Whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you say, you pay your money, you take your choice. Whatever you need, whatever you use, whatever you win, whatever you lose. You're showing up, you're showing out. You look for trouble, turn around, give me a shot. I'll take it all, you sweet me dry. And that's the day you couldn't even say goodbye.
Ah, whatever you want there. Fabulous. And welcome to you, Rick. Oh, my goodness, it's the first time we've met this morning. You've just got here 5 hours on motorway.
isn't it?
5 hours on motorway to get here. Hang on, kids. A top pop star's talking. Right. Rick, I was saying, we read various reports last week.
Hi, Mum.
Hello, everybody. We read various reports in the press last week about John leaving. Can we hear from you what exactly happened?
Well, we went out to Switzerland to record the new album, and I think John and
genuinely had enough of what was happening. You know, he just didn't seem to have any enthusiasm anymore, and it really was apparent that he wanted to go home.
Yeah.
God, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So that was it. I mean, he just upped and left, and he was gone that day. So it left us in a bit of a predicament, you see, because we're in the, starting an album off, and there's nobody that played drums.
So what did you do?
Hold on. Excuse
Hi,
me,
mate.
camera 1, 2 and 3. I've got an important joke here from a little girl called Diane Spencer. She writes in saying, what's got blue blood, 4 legs and lives in a palace?
I don't know. What's got blue blood, 4 legs and lives in a palace?
A royal corgi. Well done, Diane, well done.
Rick, you were waxing elegant before that interruption. You were saying it
try.
did leave you in rather a bit of a spot, actually.
Yeah,
So
well,
upped and gone, yeah.
we knew of a drummer who we knew quite well, you know, and we knew how he played, a guy called Pete Kershaw,
Yeah.
and he was our first sort of choice to stand in and see us through the album, you know, so...
Will the sound change much on the album as a result, do you think?
No. So we phoned Pete came out, and he completed the album with us, which was, you know, at such short notice, it was really good of him.
What about, you're planning a tour, I mean, it's 20 years, as we were saying, of celebrations, and you're planning a rather special tour, aren't you, this year? Where are you going to be going?
Well, rumour has it that we're going to be going to Australia, India. That's only
Yes.
rumour has it.
Rumour has it, yeah.
Be nice. Australia, India, and then we'll come back to Europe, maybe Japan, maybe America,
And
I
of
don't
course,
know.
you,
And of course England.
and what are you going to do about finding a drummer? You're looking at the moment?
Well, yeah,
presumably.
there is a short list, you
Yeah.
know, of 3 or 4 drummers, and hope to be able to make an announcement fairly soon. We can't say for sure at the moment.
No.
You know, of course.
We've talked about, I was talking earlier about the last 20 years. I mean, how many more years can Quo go rocking on?
I don't know. I always maintain that as long as, you know, we've got an audience there and we still feel physically fit enough to do it,
Yes.
as it were,
You'll carry on.
we'll carry on. Yeah.
Now,
Excuse
you
me.
brought some
Hello.
goodies.
Excuse me. Can I
Yes.
interrupt? Can I thank Mr. Parfitt for getting here?
Oh.
Yes.
But I'm intrigued to
problem.
know who the man in the mask is.
Who is the man in the mask?
My dad.
Hi, what's your name? Lee, it's Lee. Zeffirelli, it's Lee. Mr. Parfitt,
Hi, Lee.
having battled his way up the motorway, has bought some really good
Oh,
goodies. What have
as
you got
ever,
there? What have
as
you got?
ever.
This is good fun.
Well, jackets.
To a
you know,
jacket,
the normal
yes.
jackets,
Lovely.
Things like that. There's the
The status quo book.
the book which will be signed. A gold
What's
album.
that? A gold album of Pile Driver, which I talked about in the tribute. There we are, gold
quite
album
old as well,
of Pile Driver. I tell you what, in the tribute, I
Signed
actually...
on the back.
That's signed on the back. That's super. That's a lovely prize. Actually, in the tribute to Quo just now, I did actually reveal the date that Rick joined Status Quo. So can you actually write in with the date that Rick joined Status Quo? And can you think of another question that
You were
may-
wrong though, weren't you?
Was it the wrong date? According to your book, that's the date it said.
Oh, the book's wrong.
The
then.
book's wrong.
Take
Your
the notice of the
biography
book.
is wrong. Okay.
Alright.
All right, then the real date that you joined, not the one that's in the book. Apparently that's wrong.
Parrot.
Entries to our usual address, which will be coming up millions
Don't
of
do
times
it,
during
Sid!
the
He's a
morning.
superstar! Stop it!
So, well, actually, thankfully we can leave this because I've just had word that something rather exciting is happening over the other side of the studio. Let's go straight across now to find out what is happening. Over to you, Heggers.
Good, it's good.
Over there!
Well, here we are, over at the other side of the studio, by the cage, where you can see we have been greeted by some more British Rail employees who are late. Late maybe because of the weather, maybe because of something else, but because of the adverse weather conditions, we are about to launch another aerial cameraman to take a high view of the situation. All right? Okay, Nellie Cameron, are you ready? Right, Shades, commence the countdown.
I'll do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we have liftoff, we have liftoff. Yes, he's looking good, well, he's not looking that good. In fact, I think he's looking pretty, I better move from over here. He's looking pretty ill, really. Right. And what can you see from up there? Yes, the outlook is pretty grim. There's a deep trough over the cage, and it's full of custard. Yes, it's full of custard. There will shortly be a deep depression over Nelly Junction. Yes, and here it comes now!
We're constantly amazed at what you put on top of your tellies, we really are. Hello, welcome back, Tiswas. And if you remember, a few weeks ago, we had a competition when the inventors of a game called Kensington came into the studio and they invited you to do the same, vis-a-vis invent a game, and your inventiveness was absolutely over the parrot. We were amazed. We were absolutely amazed. And there are hundreds of entries. The finals, even as I taught, the finalists are being field tested at the moment. But I'm in a position to actually tell you about the sort of underrated runners-up who will all be receiving Butch Bears. So well done, Timothy Young, Julia Marco, and Suzanne James, who's aged 7 and comes from Oxford. You'll be getting a Butch Bear with your name on it. That's very, very good. And talking of... Look, excuse me. I don't know if you ever noticed, but this desk has moved forward about 6... Can we all just move back a bit? Just take this desk back a bit. Get out of it! Or we'll be in the cage in a minute. All right? Okay. Fine. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Hello there, down there in Macclesfield. The competition we set you last week, the competition, well, I didn't set it. Sid and friends set it. And you asked the under-8s to...
yes,
draw,
indeed.
Sid.
Last week's competition, of course, was for the under-8s to draw or paint Sydney. And for the over-8s, it was to write a slogan for Sydney. We got thousands and thousands of entries. They were all excellent. Thank you very much indeed. We enjoyed looking at them all. We picked out 3 winners of the under-8s, which was draw and paint Sid. And the first one is Eleanor Field from 19 Golders Close, Ickford in Aylesbury.
Well done, Eleanor. That's this one.
Super.
Have we seen this one in people's tellies, or have we
Yeah,
seen it?
can we have a look at this one?
I think we've seen it. Yes, that's smashing.
That's lovely. That's from
Sid liked
Eleanor.
that one particularly.
And then from Gary Shields, who's only 6. Gary's at 15 Armadale Road, Duckingfield, Cheshire, which is near where Sid lives. Hello, Gary. And Gary did this one. Super stuff, Gary. And finally from Jane Hodgson.
This one is.
Where's Jane's? This one is super. We actually asked you to draw or paint, but Jane's gone one step further. She's made a sort of collage of Sydney, and it's really, really nice. So that's from Jane Hodgson, 109 Northman Street, Shipcote, Gateshead. Thank you very much indeed,
The
Jane.
over-8s were asked to actually invent some Sid slogans because he carries around placards. Very, very well done to Paul. What was that? What was that? That was his Pinus, wasn't it?
Was that a royal fly past?
Oh, no! Yes, it was. Yeah, as I was saying, the placards that we have. Amazing. This is from Paul West. He sent in 19. The 3 that took my fancy and Sid's were All Cats Should Be Caged. Yes. Beak Me Up Scotty, very Star Trek. I'm not too sure about this one. I was out voting at the committee. I Like Gordon. He's Got Worms. I want to know how he knew. Save Sid. Feathers Wanted from Ian Parker. Very well done to you. You'll be getting an over-8s prize. And from Carol Edmonds of Clifford Road, Wembley, this one. Sid wants to sit on the other side. I believe there are technical problems with that one. Very well, very well done. Coming up soon in your... I wish they'd tell me. Coming up soon in your telly, we've got Pie the Prof, music from a newish band Fashion, and I've just heard that the Snakes have arrived for Creature feature. But now it's time for a cartoon, and this cartoon's going out to Carol Cromarty in Surrey and John Carr in Leeds, because it's their birthdays today. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, he's not coming past again.
Hello, Jeremy.
Hi, Sally.
Of course, from Game for a Laugh team. We're going to be seeing some of the highlights of Game for a Laugh tonight, aren't we?
Yes, a bit earlier, 5:45 tonight.
Yeah, and next week, I know. Have you got a favourite one of all the terrible things you've done to people? What's your favourite?
I don't think we've done anything terrible to anybody. I think because everybody we've done things to have been Game for a Laugh. We always cleared it up front.
Yes.
We're very careful. I think my favourite is possibly one that you'll see tonight, which is the cake stunt. Which is when the girl who'd never sung before in public jumped out of a cake and her husband just couldn't believe his eyes. And it's on tonight.
Lovely.
It's great.
We'll look forward to seeing that. Have any of your little sort of things ever gone wrong, though, Jeremy?
Yes. Yes, yes, they have. Because you can guarantee, no matter how careful you are with your planning, at the very last minute, when you think people are going to go that way, they're going to go that way. One studio item that went wrong was that I called a girl down who could sing. I wanted any girl who could sing and was very good at songs and knowing songs. And we played tunes and for her to guess what the tune was. And there was a trick at the end. And she didn't know a single song. And I stood there and I lasted about 7 minutes with this girl not knowing roll out the barrel or anything. So,
that's terrific. I have a little thing to present. It's not rather difficult.
I see.
Here we are. Somebody told me that I should offer you a banana.
Yes.
And it would remind you of something that happened on Game for a Laugh to do with bananas.
Alan Boyd,
Can you
this
explain?
is...
Come
Great.
on, what happened?
Well, this is the producer. When we did the pilot, we gave everybody in the studio audience a banana, and they had to peel it and eat it. And I stood up right at the end of the show and I said, OK, what do you do with banana skins when you finish with them? And the whole studio audience stood up and threw them down. And the producer, by way of spanking me, made me clear every single banana skin up
Really?
myself. Yes, not
Oh,
hard.
what a tyrant. Jeremy, when will we be seeing a new series? I know you're on tonight and next week with the highlights, but what about a new series?
We've got an extra special Easter special, and then we're back again in September with lots and lots of games and tricks, and Matthew and Sarah and Henry and the whole
Do you
gang.
have a huge research team, though, to dream up all these wonderful ideas?
Thousands of them,
Do
both
you?
of them. No, they're great. We do have a marvellous team because the whole programme is based on everybody getting involved, and we've got a great research team, and they're very clever as well.
Now, you're a bit of a practical joker yourself, aren't you? I mean, before Game for a Laugh, you have this reputation of being a practical joker. Tell us one of the things you got up to.
Well, I used to have a radio phone-in show, and on one very famous occasion, I brought London to a standstill. I had 50 cars driving around Hyde Park Corner at midnight. I convinced everybody by using sound effects that I was driving around London, and by giving clues to where I was, I said, if you could find me, I'll give you a free tracksuit. And there were hundreds of cars driving around, and at one time there were 50 cars going around Hyde Park Corner. And it was all just a joke.
Well, thanks for coming in to see us today.
My
I think
pleasure.
we're going to move on with some music from fashion, and I think we should move
Thank you,
on,
Alan.
Jeremy. Come on, it's time we move. I think we'll go this way, shall we? Right, this foot forward. Yes. 1, 2. Hang on, this isn't as easy as it looks.
It is.
Are you okay then, Jeremy? You're having a good time. That's the main thing.
Actually,
That's
I must say,
Yes.
the great thing about Tiswas High
When you find yourself believing, it's a late night picture show. Oh yeah, but there's something deep inside. Oh yeah, as a voice comes from behind, there's a body to move on, move on, move on, move on. You take a drive downtown at midnight, as your time is slipping away. The two under the red light, the curb road cabaret. Oh yeah, but something deep inside. Oh yeah, where the buzz comes from behind, 'cause the body's a move on, move on, move on, move on. Set me free from this feeling that's haunting me. You got the reason, can't you see? Someone's using you, but I believe we can make it through. Listen to a hot hand on your shoulder as you turn yourself to go. In a tear-stained bar reflection, you see somebody you wanna know. Oh yeah. There's something deep inside. Oh yeah. Where the buzz comes from behind, it's about to move on, move on, move on, move on. What you do? Ow! What you do? Ow! Say ow! Ow! Say ow! Ow! Evening, you got no place to go. When you find yourself believing in the late night picture show. Oh yeah. But there's something deep inside. Oh yeah. There's still that voice behind. It's about to move on. Move on. Move on. Hey, 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 hey. No, 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 no. Hey, no, 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 no. Hey. No, 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 no. Hey. No, 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 no. Hey. No, 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 no. Hey.
Good morning. Say good morning, Sid. Say good morning, Sid.
Good morning.
Now, since last week, Sydney and I have been on our travels and we've been to some rather strange and faraway places, searching for unusual creatures and seeking out exotic plants. Oh, yes, of course, Sydney, thank you. We've also been seeking for big game, and we brought a specimen back to show to you today.
Oh, terrific. Terrific.
Yes, I think you must agree that's probably the biggest game we've ever come across. Now then, we also discovered something else which was absolutely amazing, but I've completely forgotten what it was. Oh, yes, thank you, Sydney. We also discovered... You've all heard of the Venus flytrap plant, a very small and strange freak of nature which exists by trapping and eating small flies. Have you ever seen one of these?
Yes.
No, you haven't. Oh, no, you haven't. This is the Armenopoticus swaticus O'Reilly, or to give it its English name, the Irish flytrap. Now, this plant absolutely hates flies going anywhere near it. What? Right. Swat! Get up! We move on up the evolutionary scale and we come to a rather more advanced specimen, and this one is a mass-produced item. This is the Aerosolimus squirtedquicamus Mitsubishi. Voila! Again, a plant which hates all flying things. Get down. Now then, we move on to the most vile and ghastly of all the flytrap plants. A plant which absolutely repels any living thing, anything that flies, absolutely anything. A horrible specimen of flytrap plant, the Poracticus crossrodicus. Bam bam! And there we have it. Numero uno, the Armenopoticus swaticus. Numero duo, the Aerosolimus squirtedquicamus, and that foul, horrible thing, the Poracticus crossrodicus.
Trevor,
Yeah?
from all at the Crossroads Garage, I'd just like to say, happy and I'm loving doing this. New Year! Pleased to meet you,
Hi there. Come on, Den, don't be shy.
Where are we now, Sal?
Well, Den, let me explain to you. Do you remember last week we went up into the control room and I said to you that if I spoke to a certain person, they would roll a thing called VT? This is VT.
What's VT?
VT stands for videotape. This is Ken, who's the videotape engineer, and this is... He's nice, isn't he? And this is the machine, you see. If you press this button, right, don't drop that. When you say roll VT, you see, this man here presses this button there. We look at this over here, and we have a clock, which gives us 10 seconds before something comes up on the screen.
4,
3, 2, 1. Let's see what's going to come. It's Adam.
That's Adam.
It's our old friend Adam. There you see, that's what VT is all about. And talking of Adam, folks, he's going to be our special guest on Tiswas in a couple of weeks' time, and he's going to be setting a fabulous competition. You can win lunch with Adam.
Lunch with Adam!
Zing yipperoonie. And also, Adam will be reading out some of your special messages. So if you'd like Adam to read out a special message for you, or if you'd like me to ask him a very special question, then please write in and let us know. So don't forget there'll be a competition. Write in if you want a mention or a question asked to our usual address. And that is Tiswas Central.
P.O. Box
I'd like to take this opportunity to say that meanwhile, back in the studio, it's competition time.
What? Come on then, Dave.
Come on, where were you? time this week.
Competition time.
You all right, mate?
Terrific.
Competition
terrific.
time this week is... We've got a brand new address here on Tiswas, and it's taking us a long time to actually get to know it, isn't it?
Brand new address. I got lost today. I went to the wrong address.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we'd like is actually you to design. It's over here. This is what started it all off.
That's the old
The other
one.
week, Mike Pearson sent the old address on this very nice cutout of the Phantom Fanfling. I think you can see it in your telly. Very inspired. Even put the old stamp on. And Mike from Cleethorpes sent this to us. We thought, well, what a good idea.
I thought that was a very good idea, Mike. Yeah.
So the competition this week is designed something unusual and put the address on it so that we can hold it up. We have all sorts of things for the addresses already. We've got this thing here which comes up occasionally, you see, with the address on. So we'd like something very unusual, and the most unusual will go into one of our incredible prizes. And I think we can have a look at the prizes now. I think we go over and have a look what prizes can we won.
And the prize for under 8s is a Butch Bay with your name on. And for over 8s, a personal stereo. Both these items come with a selection of Tiswas goodies that borders on the extravagant-ish.
Smashing! Well worth it. It's just the only time we don't ask you to send your entries on a postcard.
No. I've got a competition.
It's Jeremy
Can
Needle.
anybody do this? Are you ready?
Yes.
What a card! Smashing!
That's an old trick. He's got a hole in his head. Yeah.
It'll come in useful.
That's easy if
And
you've
just
got
to
a hole in
remind
your
you
head.
exactly what the address is, let's have a look at it now. The address to send
The
your
new address.
unusual address thingies on. Here it is. It's Tiswas Central, P.O. Box 333, Birmingham. What's that, Bitty? Oh no,
B11TY.
It's Tiswas Central, P.O. Box 333,
Birmingham B11TY.
The more unusual.
The most unusual object you can think of that fits in your letterbox.
And now to fit into your TV, here's a cartoon.
That'll be a sort of lunatic. Why are you dressed like that? Can you say something here, Fox? Do the 10:30 a bit.
10:37.
Yes.
By royal command.
And you start off, okay? You do it.
And of course, this week on Tiswas, we have Hazel O'Connor. What are you dressed like that for, Sal?
I'm dressed like this because I'm ready for a special edition of Pie the Prof this week. I've also got all kinds of goodies, extra special cartoons, all sorts of competitions, and HRH, what would you like to say?
Yes, I'll just say by royal command, you better watch Saturday morning, 10:30, or else there'll be trouble.
There certainly will.
It can't be Miss G. Wollstonecroft, can it?
No, it's not.
No, never.
That's this Saturday, 10:30.
And don't forget to watch.
Miss it.
It's quite good fun, isn't it?
That's it. That was the only chance.
Uh-oh, whacked the putty tat. You know, I woos more putty tats that way.
Hello. Welcome to Creature Feature. And this week in Creature Feature, snakes. Mike, what sort of snakes are they?
Well, what I'm holding are 3 Royal Pythons.
Never mind what you're holding, what am I holding?
What you have is a boa constrictor, a male, and he's about 7 years old and about 8 feet long.
Is he poisonous?
Shouldn't think so, no.
That's
Boa
right.
constrictors, they constrict the prey to kill it, they don't kill it with poison.
They constrict the prey?
That's right, yes.
When do I actually start to wind this interview up?
Well, if he throws a coil around your neck and your head pops, then I should wind it up pretty fast.
Really?
Yeah.
When did he last eat? Because that's how they kill their prey to eat, and I believe that they can exist for an awful long time without food.
That's right, in the winter months they go several weeks without feeding, and he hasn't fed now for probably 3 weeks. But could be a bit hungry at the moment.
Now, a lot of people, I can't understand why, have got a thing against snakes. They go arrogant, they don't like snakes, they think they're slimy creatures. You obviously like them. What's the attraction?
Well, I like them. Bulk of people don't like them because I think they're cold and slimy, which, as you found out, they're not slimy. They're
No.
quite silky to the touch and they're quite warm. They're not aggressive. They're quite friendly little creatures.
I can do it. Thank you. Do they shed the skin?
Yes, they slough which is the name for shedding the skin.
Slough.
Slough the skin. That's
Yeah.
they do that several times a year, depending on the condition of them and how well they fed.
Where's his tail gone? I'm a bit worried. Where's his tail gone? Is it...
His tail's okay. It's a head end you've got to worry about.
Yeah, that's... No, don't do that, because that's nearly a cut. Now, what's the difference between a boa constrictor and what's the difference...
Excuse.
Oh, hello. Watch out, breakfast.
The Phantom here, he wants to ask you a question about snakes. What's the first one, Phantom? Oh, yeah. The Phantom wants to know, since the snakes, the boys, look exactly the same as the girls, how do they tell each other apart?
Well, the old wives' tale is that you shake them and if it rattles, it's a male, but really it doesn't work that way. The males tend to have longer, more tapered tails than the females.
Oh, yes.
Two together, you can see the difference.
We were hoping to have more snakes than this for Creature Feature this week because the Haggerty family were going to join us, but weather conditions prevailing, they haven't made it. Good morning to the Haggerty family. They've got a python as a pet. If anybody's thinking of getting a python or a boa constrictor as a pet, what's the advice, Mike?
Well, the first thing to do is to research the subject, go to the library and get a lot of information on it, find out the conditions that the snakes need, provide the right vivarium, know that you can get the food for them, and when everything's right, then you can go out and purchase your snake.
Indeed. OK. Well, thanks for coming in, and thanks for making the effort this morning, because I know you had a lot of difficulty coming in. Well, that's it from Creature Feature. If you've got any unusual pets and you'd like to send me photos of you with them, we're more than willing to accept them. Can you get this off me, and while Mike gets the snake off
We'll
me...
try to.
We're going to pie the prof! Hang on.
Welcome to the part of the show where we put your teacher in the hot seat, pitting her wits to win your school big prizes. And this week's prize is... Yes, today's star prize is a chance to win an all-expenses-paid trip for you, your school, and 1 million people of your choice to see the decorations in the heart of London's West End. Now, let's just explain the very simple rules. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Every time you get one right, you and your school will win some of our fabulous money no object, never to be repeated prizes.
Magic.
Okay so far?
Yes.
You enjoying yourself?
Lovely. Yeah.
Good. Right. Just one warning though. If you should answer incorrectly, then you'll hear this sound. And your class will reward you instead with one of our well-known consolation prizes.
Groan.
Let's find out who our talented tutor is this week. Name, please.
Wendy Roberts.
And school?
4 Dwellings, Quinton.
And what is the name of your form?
What's the name of our form? MF3.
You're doing very well so far. A dodgy moment there, but you're doing okay.
Got it
Off
there.
we go with question 1. Who wrote Alice in Wonderland?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it either. I can't remember.
Did you? The correct answer.
Lewis Carroll.
Yes! Did she say Lewis Carroll? Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Moving on.
Art teacher, not English.
Art
Local
teacher,
English.
right. Oh, what a shame. And remember, we double the prizes. We also double the stakes. What game is played at the Oval?
Football. Cricket.
Cricket. Right. And remember, as we move on, we double those prizes and we also double the stakes. She's doing well so far. Slightly dodgy moment just then, but she's doing okay. Who is the President of the United States of America?
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. Very good. Congratulations. After a dodgy start, she's actually managed to score 491 points, and that entitles you, Mrs. Roberts, to a place in the glittering final and a chance to go for that star prize. Now the big question, will she or won't she stay in the hot seat? Will she, kids? Fabulous. I thought you were going to say no there for a minute. What a sport you are, Mrs. Roberts. Now remember, as it's the jackpot, I'm afraid that the questions do get a bit harder.
Yeah.
But
I've heard that.
we
It's
do double the stakes.
Passenger list of the Titanic or something next, isn't it?
No, we do double the stakes, actually. Apart from winning all these fabulous pies, you could win these fabulous buckets. 8 bonus buckets, baked beans, mushy peas, and tomato ketchup. Right. Are you ready for the final question?
Yeah, I'm ready. Keep my mouth shut and shut my eyes.
Sorry, I'm not going to get a natural ad libber for this item.
Sorry, my wife.
Which famous person in history said, We are not amused.
Queen Victoria.
Absolutely right. Well done, well done, well done. The question is in two parts. What was the joke that she didn't laugh at?
The joke she didn't laugh at.
Bong! You've been beaten by the bong. You won't win that fabulous all-expenses trip to London to see the decorations, but never mind, don't despair. Instead, it's time for your class to pie the prize!
Nice to be in your tellies. If you just joined us, hello. And before we go any further, I'd like to say thanks to all the crew and everybody up in control rooms, everything, all around ATV, who either made it here this morning through the drift or stayed overnight to make sure. Well done. Well done. Thanks to absolutely smashing. Happy birthday to Gemma Hands and Jane Patterson in Cleveland, who would have been with us today if it wasn't for the weather. Are you enjoying yourself? What's your name? Excuse me. Lindsay, welcome to the programme. Oh,
excuse me.
It's His Highness.
Excuse me.
Lindsay,
I was just wondering if anybody knew why they didn't bury the Duke of Wellington with full military honours in 1848.
I don't know. Why didn't they bury the Duke of Wellington with full military honours in 1848?
He didn't die till 1852.
Thank you.
A royal joke, a royal joke.
Thank you for all your letters this week, especially all the people who supported me and said, why does everybody always go on about your big nose, Gordon? Well, the reason is I've got a big nose. But I think all us big noses, all our big noses should stick together, because there'll be lots of famous big noses in history, haven't there? Head of useless bits of information, Jeremy Beadle.
Yes, he knows. Yes, indeed. Probably, if you think you've got a big nose, the biggest nose in history belongs to a guy called Thomas Wedders, and that was 7.5 inches long. Now, for instance, if you've got a pen, a biro is about 6 inches long, and that was from there to there, 7.5 inches.
That's a big one.
And how do you get the expression nosy Parker?
I've no idea. How do you get the expression?
Nosy Parker is an English archbishop who was a bit of a gossip and always busying himself with other people's affairs, and his name was Archbishop Matthew Parker.
We can see him now.
And he had a very big nose, and he became known as Nosy Parker.
So there we are. If you've got a big nose, let me know. Capitalise on your conch.
That's educational.
Don't blow it. Show it to me. Right. Send me a photograph of your big nose. Let's have your nose jokes. For instance, if your nose goes on strike, would you pick it? Send them to the usual address, and we shall get back at those people who give hoots of derision to big hooters. So there. Right, next item, in which Miss Sally James talks to a racketeer. Eventually,
Sally!
Miss Sally James talking to a racketeer. Sally?
Yes.
Oh, good, there you are.
Better let them know about. And welcome to John Lloyd. Hi. Nice to see you on Tiswas, John, and nice that you're actually back in Britain for a bit. What are you doing at the moment?
Well, I'm playing in the WCT tournament, the Barretts
Yes.
at Birmingham, the centre there. We're having a great tournament, everything's going well. And I'm glad to be back with this lovely weather and everything.
I know. I mean, I know
Lovely.
you live more or less in America, so this is not really much of a welcome for you. You were quoted earlier in the week in the press as saying that if you actually your ranking didn't improve by the end of the year, that you were actually thinking of giving up tennis. Is that true?
Well, I think, I'm going to give myself this year and give it a good go. And if at the end of the year I'm still around the mark I am at the moment, which is not too good, then I think maybe someone's trying to tell me something that maybe it's time to do something else.
And what would you do?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Often we've read in the press that maybe you and Chrissy would like to start a tennis school. Is there any truth in that rumour?
Yeah, there's a good possibility of that. Where, I don't know. There's a possibility
we might help out with my brother David. He's opening a
Yes.
centre in London, but if not, maybe somewhere in Florida.
Yes.
But you know, that's a possibility. But
Now, one of the things you were telling me yesterday when we were chatting is that this thing of being sort of ranked and sort of around the 200 mark or whatever
Yeah.
means that you have to qualify for
That's
tournaments.
right.
What does that actually mean?
well, it means you have to get to a tournament 3 days before the tournament starts, and then you have to win 3 rounds just to get in the main draw.
Yes.
And if you lose, you're out of the tournament, so then you have to wait another week before the next qualifying. So it's pretty, it's not too nice, and you don't get treated too well.
So the only way to improve really is to play more and more tournaments, I
Yeah,
suppose.
and just keep plugging away until hopefully you get into some tournaments and win some matches, and then you go up on the computer ranking list.
Does that mean that you won't be able to take part in Davis Cup this year?
Well, it doesn't mean that, no, because that's a separate thing, but it means that if I do play Davis Cup or if I get in the team, it means I have to take 2 weeks off from the tournament, and I can't really afford to do that at the moment because I've got
Yes.
to get up this list.
Yes. We've got some people here who'd like to ask some questions. What would you like to ask?
If you were a tennis player, what would you do? What would you want to do most?
I think if I wasn't playing tennis, I would have liked to have been a footballer.
Yes.
If it had nothing to do with sport, what would you like to do?
Oh, I think I would have liked to have been in films, but I would.
Would you?
I would be
Yes.
terrible at it, but I would love to.
That's
be
what you'd
in
like to have done.
Yeah.
Is part of the problem, John, going back to this, the sort of suffer of form slightly, that you and Chrissy, I know, try and keep together.
Yeah.
And of course, men's and women's tournaments are very rarely together in
That's
the same
right.
place, aren't they?
Well, it used to be fine, but now there's only maybe 3 weeks in the year where we're together at tournaments, so we have
Yes.
to arrange our schedule so that we try and get together as much as possible, but it's not easy, and that's one of the pities about modern tennis now, where the men's and women's circuits aren't together, and I wish they were.
Excuse me, Sal. I'd just like to ask you one question. I've always loved tennis. Is it difficult when you win? Is it difficult jumping over the net at the end?
I wouldn't try it.
Ah.
Certainly
Well, thank you very much.
you.
I'm going to
answer your
practice
question?
jumping over nets.
Very good. There we go. So back to what we were saying. Are you going to spend more time this year then, apart from Chrissy, because you'll be doing your, going off to play your tournaments?
Yeah. Well, I think she's going to come with me this year more than I'm going to go with her. So
I
I
see.
think because I think I need a bit of her help more than she needs my help at the moment.
Now, John, you brought along a tennis racket. It's stuck over the other side of the studio at
Yeah.
the moment, but he has brought along a tennis racket. Honest Injun. What's the question for someone to win it?
Okay, the question is, how many times has my wife won Wimbledon?
Okay. How many
Okay.
times has Chrissy won Wimbledon? Entries to our usual address, which will be coming up somewhere at some point in the studio some time today. But now I must thank you very much for dropping in, John.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again. And we move on with some music. Here's Adam with Ant Trap. And if you're a tennis freak, go along to the NEC and see John play tonight. Thank you very much indeed. Check it out. This is fabulous.
Put some wax on the tracks and slide on out of here. Heads in the corner, ears to the ground, groove to the groove, get down to the sound. Button to both and blue, blanc, rouge. All things I've been must be used. Liberté, égalité, aujourd'hui c'est très élevé. Voici le beurre du tennis. Incroyable. I got the moves, they got the groove. So many gods and they all prove. They drop the keyboard on the shelf. Bit of the rap thing coming from myself. This is all on the teeth, no sense at all. It only matters when it's on the wall. I'm standing here with my 4 friends. Marco, Mary, Terry Lee, Gary Zinn, you're Julie. And all in all, in the sexy sound. We're all singing. I have the mouth. And all in all, in the sexy sound. We're all singing. I have the mouth. I have the mouth. So tired of
Hello, my little asparagus tips. It is the maestro Pierre through the window, wishing you bonjour, bonsoir, et bonfire. Today, it is the music lesson. Of course, if you have the music lesson, you must have the ear for the music, and the ear is the music. All right. Okay, my little courgette, I'm going to teach you all about the hit parade. First of all, we have the parade. Okay, and now we have the hitting. Ah, so très bon, très bon. Alors, so far so good, so what? Okay, now my little pickled onions, I will teach you the musical terms, and my terms are very reasonable. And now, some musical notes. The £1 note, the £5 note, and my favorite, The 10-pound nut. Didn't you bring a nut?
I'm
Don't
sorry.
you never bring a nut. Nut. Okay, that's as we say in France, toujours, tout de suite, too bad. Okay, and finally, my little bonbons, I will teach you this. This is the Blue Danube. Okay, first of all, hang on with the music. Wait with the music. First of all, for the Blue Danube, you must be blue. Okay? Let's make them blue. Excellent. And of course, the Danube is a river, so you need the water. The water. And more water here. Come in, Phil. This is mine. And this is mine. Okay, and now we are ready for this. We are ready to play the Blue Danube. Okay, that is enough of the Blue Danube for this week. That is enough of this music. That is all I have time for. Thank goodness, I hear you say. Thank goodness. I say. Très bien. Next week, I will show you how to play the boiled beef and carrots. Okay. Until then, this is the Tiswas musical teacher, Pierre through the window, saying to you, bon appétit, bon voyage, et bongo drums.
Chopper in a second.
Oh my God, he's getting away. I have to remove. Well, what the hell is going on? Have you got him or not?
We temporarily lost him.
Ken, come in.
Well, sound like a theater. Coming there. Bring about to wake up. I'm sleeping in just 9 o'clock. I can't hardly walk. I'm staggering now. Probably. Fish ain't biting on this side. Oh, Lord.
And you can see all of that on your screens later on this evening.
Great.
Last week we set a special golden giveaway result. We had a fabulous Pink Panther. You out of breath? Keep going. You've only got another 11 weeks to go.
Oh, really?
Goodness me, yes. As I said, last week, a special golden giveaway competition. We had a super Pink Panther to give away and some albums, and I said a slice of Tiswas birthday cake.
Oh, yum, yum.
The question I asked was, who are the two actors who played the Pink Panther? Well, they are, in fact, Peter Sellers and Alan Arkin.
Arkin, yeah.
You knew that, did you?
Yeah.
And the two winners of the fabulous prizes are
Joanna Paul.
Yes.
And
Well,
Julie
read
Young.
it.
Joanna Paul of Englefield Green, Surrey, and Julie Young of Cramlington,
Cramlington,
Northumberland.
That's almost it for this week. I'd just like to
Almost,
show
yeah.
this lovely little phantom
Oh,
flag
I'm
flinger
smashing.
that was sent in.
Keep all these things
Somebody
coming
sent to
in.
me. It's from Melissa Boardman of
Keep it
Six.
smashing.
And look, it waves its hand. Isn't that pretty?
Hey.
Next week, amongst our special guests will be Hazel O'Connor. We'll also have some rather special competitions. All that next week, so don't forget to join us at 10:30. I'd like to thank everyone for coming in this morning.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for a ball.
Yes, there we are! Jeremy Beadle!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll all agree that Jeremy Beadle was game for a ball! So, there's your special prize.
Oh, my
So we
loofah.
hope you'll join us next week when we'll be washing you.
Washing us?
Washing us
Washing them.
Washing
Washing me.
Washing us.
Washing you.
Washing
Washing
you.
me. Washing you.
Washing me.
Washing us.
Washing
you.
us.
Washing
Washing
me.
us.
Washing them.
Washing us.
Washing you.
Washing me.
Washing
Washing
her.
him.
Washing him.